Alrighty, been a little while, folks. It's your boy DJ VALIDD, DJ Valid here, with another episode of Valid Talks. You know, we come to just talk, chop it up, and as I said in my description in my little bio, that I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things. I know it's been a while, but I feel like everything comes to down to timing, and I've been learning so much, man, so much about meditating, about spiritual awareness, you know, just having to know thyself. And that's something I thought I knew until I decided to start to meditate. As you know, if you watch my other episodes, I gave up smoking, so I'm like on a whole different plane. I'm not saying that you get better or worse when you don't smoke, but I realized that for me, like I was explaining in my last video, that smoking doesn't work with how I'm trying to, you know, where I'm trying to go in life. And I'm not gonna lie, people, if you are trying to quit smoking, try harder. There's benefits, man. I know that you have to replace, especially if you've been doing it for as long as I've been doing it in my teenage years up to now. I'm 32 years old now. So if you deciding that you want to stop, replace it with something else, and it's gonna be the hardest thing. Like today I went to the barber shop, right? Let me show you. I got a little, you know what I'm saying? Little something, nothing crazy. Got a little tape up or whatever, and I'm talking to my barber. My barber told me he stopped smoking for like a week. He said he started smoking at 16 and he's 45. He don't look 45, but you could tell that, you know what I'm saying, he's been doing it for a while, because he probably would have looked even younger. But he said that it's like he's like, he can't take it. It's too much for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you just got to discipline yourself and replace that time and that effort with exercise, with he has kids, with more dedication to the kids, more dedication to the craft. You saying like his body feel like it's shutting down. Like he told me he's trying to replace a tire the other day. After he finished, he like breathing. I'm like, yeah, you know, that's a lack of exercise and just smoking. And when I was looking at a guy named David Wilcock. I don't know if any of you know him, but he's like a spiritual guy. He declassify a lot of things about aliens and all these other things. Very, very, very nice guy to look into if you're looking for spirituality and certain guidances. You know, white guy. You know what I mean? People come in all forms, shapes, sizes, colors, and they sometimes have the key that you need to unlock that. You know, the Matrix. Remember the key master who had the key to all them doors? Sometimes some people come in that form with the key, and they can open a certain door, and you walk through that door, and there's another door, and you keep elevating. You know, using certain words when you approach certain situations is also key to you know, progressing in life. So now when people ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm elevating. I don't say I'm maintaining. You know what I'm saying? I used to say maintaining, but Cameron, like I said in my last video, was like, he told a rich dude told him, don't say maintaining. Maintaining sound like you comfortable with where you at. I'm maintaining, you know, hitting Hamilton now, I'm maintaining, but I'm elevating. I'm getting better and better. I feel better. You know what I mean? Everything just is better right now. It's the hardest part about stopping the smoke was just preoccupying my time with what I would do with that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a DJ, and I usually use weed to help with my craft, the creativity. But I had to learn to get back to my core, you know. And then David Wilcock, he was saying basically with spirituality, all the trauma that we have, it all goes back to one certain thing, that like childhood trauma. What made you get to the where you're at as far as what you're doing in life? You know what I'm saying? If it's something negative, you got to dig down and see what was the cause of the root. And I realized it was a lot of, like, I used to be a fat kid, man, and a lot of my trauma come from that. How, you know, I come from a Caribbean family, so, you know, they're not easy with the words. And any other family, if you got family members, they're not easy on the words with when you're going through certain things. You could have a mental illness. I'm not saying all Caribbean families. I'm not saying all families, period. But my family in particular used to really, you know, badger me. You know, I come from the hood, so to speak, South Jamaica, Queens. So, you know, people always, oh, you fat ass, say a little thing. But I was the fat kid with the jokes. I was still a handsome fat kid, so I had my jokes. So my jokes would sting worse. So if you want to joke on my fat, I'm gonna come at you harder. And especially if you're not fat, I'm gonna find something. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. But when your family, like my father would really like go in on me and stuff like that, it hurts, because at one point my father was like my hero. You know what I'm saying? And when he used to make me feel like crap about it, it kind of like messed me up for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I never really said stuff like this on camera. It's kind of like a release to say this type of stuff on camera. Hope anybody can relate. But sometimes just to say that your words can really influence Sammy the Bull. I'm sorry to be all over the place, people. But Sammy, I have a lot that's been going on. But Sammy the Bull said, I like to watch Sammy the Bull's Sammy the Bull Gravano, the hitman for the Gambino, I think, family. ex-hitman, I should say. Sammy doing his thing now, podcast and everything. And he said basically that his boss, I think his name was, I forgot his name, but he was saying basically words are like when you shoot a gun, you can't stop that trajectory of the bullet. When you shoot an arrow, you can't stop the trajectory of the arrow. And he said words are the same way. When you say something to somebody, you can't take it back. So you have to be very mindful of the things you say because they can damage you for life. And I am a living example of that, where I personally don't really take my shirt off, even though my body's nothing wrong with my body, but it's a traumatic thing from when I was a kid, when I had my little weight, my little third neck and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I would never want to show myself until I made a pact with myself until I got the chiseled Dragon Ball Z 6-pack body, Goku. That's when I was gonna take my shirt off, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's not realistic. And through time being with women, you know, of course, women, you take your shirt off, everything, they're like, man, you are fine, you know what I'm saying? They reassure you. A lot of women told me that. Not that I'm messing with a lot of women, but the women over time. Come on now, people. This is from when I was a kid. So, and I'm still celibate, you know what I'm saying? I'm still celibate. I haven't messed with no girls, no nothing. I'm still not smoking no weed. I'm still just doing my thing, trying to get to the next level. I want to make $1 million in the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I want to make 100,000 this year. If I can, I'm just going to throw it out there. Words are very, very powerful. And I learned from David Wilcock that you have to keep your energy up. You have to, for the world to change, you have to keep your energy up. You have to keep on a positive vibration. The man behind me, Bob Marley, man, every time I hear certain pieces from documentaries and I see certain things, I'm like, wow, Bob Marley was a prophet or something, because what he was saying was positive vibrations. Yeah, this is in the 70s. He's singing these songs, early 80s, about positive vibrations and keeping your keeping on a higher level, and love. Those are the things that are ultimately going to get you to where you want to be. And I'm specifically talking to younger folks. I want my channel to be focused on the younger folks that will come under me. I'm a young old dude. I'm 32. So anybody who's in their 20s and their teens and they feeling depressed, trust me, bro, life is only, and females, life is only going to get harder from here. And that's not a bad thing. Don't look at it as hard. Look at it as a challenge. Overcome. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the trenches of depression, man. I've been stuck and stagnant for a long time when I was in my 20s, trying to measure up to this or measure up to that, because I'm from Queens, man. Every other car is a Beamer, every other car is a Benz. But you can't watch what other people got because you don't know how they acquired it. That's another thing. You don't know if they're killing themselves to pay for it. I don't want to think negative. I hope that everything's good on their sides. But you can't compare yourself, because the man that's looking at you is probably thinking, man, I wish I was free. I bought a car back in 2015, a Mustang, when I was working at Ford, right? 2013 Mustang, gunmetal gray. It's on my Instagram, DJ Valid 88. You can see it back in 2015. And one point, when I was working at the dealership, I'm basically living to pay the payments. I'm a slave to that dealership, basically, to pay the payments just so I can look good. Even though the car was amazing, the girl, the attention, everything was amazing, but I was suffering to pay for the car. So I realized, yo, that's not who I am. I looked up in the sky one day and I prayed to God, like with everything in me. This is another thing, people. You have to pray to God with everything, every fiber of your being. You have to let go, cry, let it come out, everything in you, and God is going to listen to you. He's going to see you on it, especially when you are one of the chosen, when you're one of the ones that are loved by God. You'll know. You'll just know. And just like when you know your girl love you, you'll know when God loved you. You know his presence. And he saved me that night. I had actually got into an accident that night. That night I prayed. My mother sent me a gospel song. I never listened to gospel music like that. You know what I mean? And that night I kept running it back. I'm hearing a used car I was the last person at the job. You know, I cried, everything, prayed to God in the empty, vacant parking lot right across from the IRS building. Looked up in the sky, tears, prayed, said, God, this ain't me. I want to change my life. I want to do better in life. And he answered me that night, yo. As I'm driving the used car to the dealership to get the stickers and everything, the last used car to drop it off in the lot, my mom sent me a gospel song, and that gospel song kept, like, it just hit the thing they kept saying, like, God got you, God got you. I'm like, whoa, why would my mom send me this now just after I pray? Things are not as coincidental as you think, man. God listens and he communicates through different people, through the music, through different things. So watch for the signs, my people. Watch for the signs. Don't let things just fly by, man. Every day is different. Every day is not the same. Trust me. You make it the same. So it's a matter of wanting to break the cycle. and I broke the cycle, I can say proudly. Now I'm running on. I got 1 more minute on here. You know what I mean? I got like this is like my GoPro, so it's like 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So I'm gonna just finish up by saying I hope that everybody is moving towards where we need to move. If you can't feel the change in the air, I can feel it in the air, right? If you can't feel the air, you should know that changes are happening behind the scenes. Very good changes for you. Don't lay in the mud for too long. Get out there. If you wasn't gonna run, go run. If you wasn't gonna play that basketball for that, go play the basketball. Whatever it is that you want to do, start up your audio, start getting in front of that camera and talk. Even if nobody watches, like how my channel is, nobody's watching it now, but maybe a young kid might come across it one day, and just in time he sees me talk and goes, man, that's what I need to hear. And that's what you do it for. You just do it, man. Like Nike got one thing right with that. Just do it. And I just hope that everybody eating right, keeping yourself healthy, keeping your respiratory self healthy, your respiratory system healthy. And I wish y'all all the best, man. It's DJ Valid, man. I have a lot to talk about. I'm going to do it on my computer, so I got more time out of it. And I just want to upload this video for a little quick upliftment. Doing fine. You see, I got the red Kangol out today. I've been seeing a lot of dudes with Kangles. I ain't gonna say nothing though. I'm watching though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if these dudes is watching my stuff low key and but it is what it is, man. Let me not be too self-centered. You know what I'm saying? It's DJ Valid, man. DJ VALID. Subscribe, like, share if you want, and dislike too.